Welcome, my name is Orla McGreal and this is a video to give you top tips to get through your exams. This video is going to be an overview of tips you can apply to every exam. However, I'm also going to do a series of videos focusing on each exam in depth. There's going to be two types of students watching this. The first are students who have a few weeks left until their exams. And then there's the second set who might have an exam tomorrow or in the next couple of days. So keep watching, this video is relevant for both of you. So firstly, for the students who have a number of weeks left, I want to say now is the time to establish a routine if you haven't already done that. This is a daily routine of working consistently, piece by piece. Learnsignal is fantastic at helping you do this. You can sit down, you can watch a video, and then you can cement the information you've learnt in that video by doing the questions at the end of the video and then reading over the notes. So again, with a little investment every day of your time, you'll get a big return. And again, it's that setting that routine, that coming up to the exam when you're left a few days before, you've seen all the videos, you know the course content, and you can focus on doing a lot of questions in that time. That brings me to the second tip, which is start doing exam questions on day one. And then again, here we have the brilliance of Learnsignal, which is you can do exam style questions from day one. My top tip is to recommend that you do these exam questions under exam conditions. So in silence, don't have your notes. If you attempt the questions and then go back and look at the notes and see if you got them right, if you got them wrong, what's the solution? Work through the solution. The next tip I want to recommend is read the syllabus. It sounds simple, but just like common sense, it's not that common. Read the syllabus, download the syllabus, read over it, so then you know exactly what's on the paper, and work through the videos on Learnsignal in this way. This will tell you exactly what's on the paper and what is expected of you. For the people who have an exam very soon, maybe even tomorrow morning, or maybe even later today, what are my top tips? Okay, so that you don't have time to set up a routine. You will for the future, but today, what would I recommend? Don't cram. Just don't. I always think a great example of why you shouldn't cram is if you were to go to a doctor with a broken arm, and the doctor goes, broken arms, yes, I did an exam on that 3 years ago. I passed the exam. Broken arms, yeah, we not really sure what we have to do. That won't happen because you don't cram. You don't retain the information that you have if you cram. This is a professional exam. We're not just preparing you to pass an exam, we're preparing you for your career. That is why it's so important not to cram. You won't retain the information. So don't cram. What do you do instead? You've got a certain amount of time before your exam. I recommend that you do as many short MCQs or multiple choice questions as you can. Learnsignal has a lot. Work your way through those. For the questions that you don't get right, they're the areas you don't know that well. So work your way through the solution. If there's an area that you're constantly not getting right in the MCQs, then I would go into the video for Learnsignal and watch it. So it's a case of working smarter, not harder. You're getting used to doing the MCQs, you're applying the exam conditions and the timing. The next thing I would do is I would also again pull out the syllabus, look over it. What areas do you have a good enough knowledge of? What areas don't you have any knowledge of? Those are the areas I'd focus on first, because every area is going to be covered in the exam. You can't afford to leave anything out. You can't focus on your favourite area. You need to know the entire syllabus. So I would then look at the syllabus, what area you don't know, go in, do those MCQs, see how you do, go through the solutions, and then again, just as I said before, look at the video if you need further explanation. The next thing is, if you're in the exam and you get a question, how do you apply? How do you focus on the questions? How do you approach your exam? So if you're in the exam hall, I would start with your best question first. I've said that many times. Work your way through. Then if you get to a question that you really don't know, all questions are compulsory. So you're going to leave it to the end, and then you're going to go through it, and you're going to say, if this was my client and they came into me, what would I do? What would I advise them? And work from there. The next tip is very simple, but unfortunately not a lot of people do it coming up to exam time, and that is sleep. Get enough sleep coming up to the exam. The night before the exam, go to bed early. Don't spend the night studying. Don't binge watch your favourite TV show. Get a good night's sleep. You'll be surprised how much better you'll perform compared to somebody who doesn't. And then the final tip for everybody sitting an exam: never ever take part in what I call the post-mortem of an exam. Just don't. Go in, do your best, apply everything you know, leave the exam, wait for the results. Don't talk about, oh, what did you put down for question 2? What option did you pick? Often what you remember from an exam is not what happened and what you wrote in the paper. So just do your exam, do your best, leave. When the results come out, focus on, you'll either pass and that'll be brilliant, or if you have to sit it again, refocus your efforts, find out the areas of weaknesses, and we can work from there. We've also got a video on how to approach a resit as well. That might be useful for some people. Again, it's a case of working smarter, not harder. Okay, so the best of luck in your exam. And then maybe if you want to check out the top tips for your exam that you're sitting, please look at the videos. Best of luck, and I'll be seeing you soon.